I see Ismail is ready to go. We've got it open to a blank page. Looks like Dallas knows this table is ready to go. So please find a blank page so that you can't see yesterday's dictation, okay? At the top of the page, write 6/15/11, so we know today's date. 6/15/11 at the top. Now first, I'm going to read the dictation again, and then we're all going to read it together. Please don't eat me, pleaded Rabbit, leaning against the rock. Now everyone read it with me. Please don't eat me, pleaded Rabbit, leaning against the rock. Okay, who can tell me again, we're going to review what these marks are called right here on the outside. Alexis.
What those marks are called are quotation.
Yes, those are quotation marks. And again, what do quotation marks tell us? Who's going to raise their hand? Orlando. Quotation marks tell us.
Quotation marks tells us that the character is talking.
The character is talking. Quotation marks tell us that the character is talking. Thank you, Orlando. Today, before we do our dictation, I want you to think about the mistakes you made yesterday and how you can avoid them. And we're also going to talk about a new term. Right here it says, please don't eat me, pleaded Rabbit, leaning against the rock. Okay? This is called a prepositional phrase. What that means is it's telling us where something is happening, or where something is happening in relation to something else. So, for instance, if you look at our definition of the word leaning on that wall, on the Freyer model, you'll notice that that man is doing something to the car. What is that man doing? Can someone raise their hand and tell me in a sentence? Go ahead. The man is leaning against the car. The prepositional phrase part is leaning against. To make a prepositional phrase, we say an ing word, and then we use the preposition. We're going to practice with this sentence. We're going to say, blank is blanking by or against the blank. And right here, we're going to use a noun, okay? So for an example, the other day we had a student who was sleepy. So I might say, the sleepy student was leaning against the desk. Can you all show me what that looked like? Do we remember when we had a sleepy student in class the other day? Show me. Go ahead and do it. Oh my goodness. Do these students look like they're ready to work? See, these are sleepy students leaning against the desk. Do we want to lean against the desk when we're working at school? No, we don't. So sit up straight, and let's see if you can come up with a prepositional phrase of your own. Can someone think of an example? Medina.
Yesterday I was leaning against my desk.
Yesterday, I was leaning against my desk, says Medina. Can we hear from someone we haven't heard from yet? I've heard from you also, Orlando. Can someone else volunteer? Oh, Dallas.
Yesterday I was leaning against the door.
Yesterday I was leaning against the door. That's great. We're using the word leaning, which is our vocabulary word, and we're using against. Can we think? Okay, Sean, go ahead. Yesterday I was leaning against the wall, and that would look like this. Just like that. We can also use the word by, or sitting. So right now I would say, Mr. Deal is sitting by Ismail. Right? Can someone think of another example that uses a different word besides leaning? Okay, Orlando, go ahead. You saw, say again? I saw someone laying down. Where were they laying down? On the bed. And that works because some of our other prepositions are words like in, on, under, or above. So thank you for using another word, on. Prepositions are words that tell us a location. Can someone else think of an example, Alexis?
A little girl is running by a fence.
A little girl is running by a fence. Very good example. And we'll take one more and then we're going to get to our dictation. May I saw your hand up? Did you have an example? Not now. Okay. One more example. Go ahead, Medina. Yesterday I was sitting on my couch.
So why don't you guys take just about a minute or minute and a half, and everybody at your tables talk with each other and with your partners at your tables, and I want you all to create different prepositional phrases. Use the same sentence frame you see that you've practiced again and again, but try different verbs, either sitting or running, like you said before, leaning. We try not to do leaning again because we've done a lot with that word. And then different nouns. So try to make up as many different phrases that you can using the same sentence frame. Go ahead and start talking now. We'll take about a minute and a half. Go. You guys need to talk.
Yesterday I saw. Yesterday I fell down before. Yesterday I saw someone falling down.
Just remember, John, you can use in, would, under, above, by.
My bed.
How many?
Yesterday I was sitting by a woman.
Yesterday was playing outside.
Okay, try one, maybe. Come on.
Yesterday.
If you want to move around, you can while you're talking.
No, yesterday I was on my dad's car.
You were on the car? Were you on top of the car or were you inside the car? You were sitting on the car?
Yeah.
Did that make your dad angry?
No.
He likes you sitting. But you see why it's important that you get the right word, because you could be, if you said I was on the car, I know you're sitting on the car. If you're in the car, you're inside the car. So it gives us the location. So you were actually on the car. Can you try another one, Achan?
Yesterday I was by my house.
Yesterday I was by my house. Okay, that's good. Could you even add an ing word before that? Yesterday I was skipping by my house, or I was... What were you doing by your house?
I am standing
Yesterday
by
I
Alex.
was skipping
So what's it
around my house.
Around my house. That's another location. That's great. That's another word that we can use for preposition. Okay, thank you. I like those sentences.
I am chewing gum.
Next to.
Next to Mr. Jack.
Try moving again. Move underneath your desk to create a sentence about what you're doing. Say what you're doing again. Say it louder.
Crawling under the desk.
You are crawling under the desk. There you go. Okay, now do something else to get another action going and describe that sentence, the same sentence frame. You are above the desk. Good job. Now, what's something else you can do to use a prepositional phrase?
I am sitting down by Mr. Deal.
You're sitting down by Mr. Deal. Okay.
Okay, I
Mr.
think...
Deal is spinning around in front of his eye.
Okay, I think everyone's had a chance to talk. Thank you. I want to thank you all for using your words and sharing good sentences. I heard some new examples. I heard an example. Achan said yesterday, I was skipping around my house. Around can be another location that we can use in these kind of phrases. So right now, I want you all to take your pencils out. I want you to take one last look at our dictation sentence, and then I want our mouths off, so voices off, pencils down. I'm going to cover up the dictation now. I You're going to do your best job.
Let's recite it once more again.
You're right, it's not fresh. I'm going to say this one more time, and then we'll do the dictation. Thank you, Mr. Deal. One more time, say it with me. Please don't eat me. Pleaded rabbit, leaning against the rock. Think about the mistakes you made yesterday, and see if you can avoid those same mistakes today. Everyone take your pencil and turn your voices off. Let's write together now. Please don't eat me, pleaded rabbit, leaning against the rock. I'll read it again. Please don't eat me, pleaded rabbit, leaning against the rock. Think about all of your punctuation and where to capitalize in your end marks. And listen as I read it again. Please don't eat me, pleaded rabbit, leaning against the rock. When you've finished, you can set your pencil down so that I know you're done. If not, keep writing. I see some good concentration and some thoughtful writing. Reading it again. Please don't eat me, pleaded rabbit, leaning against the rock. Could you open it up please quietly? And let's stay quiet so that those who are working can still concentrate. And one more time. Finish out this time. Please don't eat me, pleaded rabbit, leaning against the rock.
Pen.
Our voices are still off. Mr. Deal and Alexis are coming around now with the pens. When you've finished, set your pencil down and pick up your pens.
Okay.
Ready?
Let's see how you did. So,
You're still writing. Okay, pens up now.
okay, go ahead and just put your pencil down, Lucian, for right now, and just check what you have. Okay. All right. Check to see how it matches what you wrote, matches what your dictation sentence is supposed to look like.
Okay, I want you to go through word by word. The very first thing you wrote should be what?
Please.
Before please even. Quotation marks. Then we have please, and what kind of P do we have?
Capital.
Capital P. We have don't. Make sure you have the apostrophe in don't. Look at this word by word as you correct. Please don't eat me. And we need a comma and the other quotation mark. Right? Pleaded rabbit. Are we talking about someone who's named Rabbit? We are. So what kind of R do we have? Capital R, comma, leaning against the rock. And there's our prepositional phrase. Check the spelling on every word. Did you get L-E-A-N-I-N-G for leaning? If not, that's okay. Cross it out with your pen and write it incorrectly. Against, A-G-A-I-N-S-T. Make sure it's spelled correctly. The rock. And what comes at the very end of our sentence? We have a period. So make sure you make all corrections. Take the time and get it correct. Did you do a good job? Very good.
Remember, you don't want to throw a capital right in the middle of a word.
Capitalize that. And this is lowercase. Yeah. That's
You're getting better and better and better, Lucy.
Let's see.
Is this today's? Take a look at that first letter and compare it to the first letter. What's the difference?
That's okay.
Yeah, so use your pen. Don't forget what happens at the beginning of the sentence. Good job. Take a look at that. Yeah, but look at, is there anything?
Let's see.
Close lowercase. How is that written and how is what you wrote different? What's missing? There you go. So what do we call that punctuation mark you just put in? You know? It's called an apostrophe. Can you say that? Apostrophe. It's a hard word. It's an apostrophe. It means that we have two words coming together. Do not. And instead of saying do not, we put it together, we take out that I and say don't. So that's where the punctuation.
If you're done making your corrections, set your pen down. And I volunteer to collect the sentence.
Double check your spelling.
You sat quietly today, and you raised your hand very enthusiastically.
What
So
sound
Samantha
do
will
you
collect your
make?
pens.
Do you make the ah sound or does it make an sound? So that would be rock. And then how do you change that to rock? To make what vowel? Okay, good job. You're getting
Okay.
better.
Thank you for your good attention and good work. Tomorrow, who thinks they can write it perfectly without any mistakes? Raise your hand if you think you do it with no mistakes tomorrow. I think that's fair. I'll bet you can do it. Achan, you don't think so? I'll bet you can. There we go. All right, so tomorrow, let's see if we can avoid the same mistakes. Right now, I want you all to close your literacy notebooks and put them away.